Hello, welcome. I'm Sue from createwithsue.com, and this month is birthday month for me, so I've got birthdays. So I've decided I'd make some birthday cards, and one of them is an 11. So Jacob is 11 this month, and so I have made him a happy birthday card with the 11 on it. It's a 5x5, whatever you like in the centre. It just flips open like that. It's got some layering, and there's an SVG in the resource library for you to do one as well. And join me while we create this, and you'll see how it's put together. See you in a minute at the computer. Oh. See you in a minute at the ScanNCut. Okay, so we'll retrieve the data, and I've sent it over by Wi-Fi, so I'll choose the pocket. And here it is. So I'm just going to cut the backing out first, and also this little placard here. See if I can fit some of them on. I have some smaller pieces of cardstock, and I think that my main one's going to come 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we will think about whether we remove them. I will scan the mat and just see how much room we've got. You can see we've got about 3.5 squares. So I might get these in. All right, give me something. I can't get this one in. So we will remove them straight away. I'm not going to be able to fit them. Okay, and that one there, delete. We'll bring that in later. Let's see if I can jiggle this paper so it fits. I'll just speed this bit up because this will take me a minute. Okay, let's see what sort of job I've done here. I've just used some bits of tape to hold it down because I've used scraps and they're not quite on the mat. So I am just going to go back to OK and scan again. It's like a little patchwork quilt. This is just not very neat, but that's okay. So I can see that that one there is fitting. I can't just move that number 1 up a little bit. And this one, actually I want this one over here. Let me go and do this over here. I'll put that one over there. And that one there. And that one there. Oh, only just fits, doesn't it? Oh, I'd have to zoom in to make sure I can get it all on. Only just. That one there fits okay. And I can't see that one, so we'll go into the tools, just change the setting a little bit so we can see it better. There we go. And let's move that over so it's in a little bit. And I might just go and double check that that is okay. So we'll go okay. Now actually we'll go back. We'll go edit and go into the zoom. And scroll down. And we're on 200 at the moment. I can kind of see it's okay. I'm just going to wiggle that bit of tape a bit different and that bit there a little bit different. Normally cuts through the tape okay anyway, so it's not a big drama. I'm pretty happy with that. I reckon it will fit okay. We'll go okay and we'll see how we go. It's like making a little patchwork quilt. And I want to draw first because I want to do that happy birthday first. So I'm going to take my black blade out and pop my universal pen holder in, and what colour? I think I might just use black. I have got a navy here somewhere. Maybe a navy might be a... I think that's navy. I'm not sure if that's navy or purple. I think it's purple. We'll go black. nothing like a safe black. All right. So we open the holder up. Pop it down so it reaches the bottom, twist it shut, take it out the holder. I normally give it another twist just to make sure it's extra held properly. Pop the lid on top so we don't lose it. Place it in the holder so it's down properly with the brother pointing to the front. We have it set on drawer, and there's that tiny little bit just there. Go start. Using a single line font for this one. It's called Industrial from Single Line Fonts. I've got a lot of Leslie's single line fonts. I'll put a link in the description so you can find your way to it. I really like Magnolia and Bonbon, and there's a few there's quite a few I like of them. I have got a video as well. I might put a link up above so that you can access the video on using single line fonts. There's other single line fonts available. Some are on Creative Fabrica. So the happy birthday I did on the last card, took about 3 or 4, I think it actually was 5 minutes in the end, because I had to fill it. This is just doing some extra little lines. It's only a minute or two to do, so it's quite a bit quicker. It's just filling in some little extra detail at the moment, and I'll speed it up a little bit as well. There we go, beautiful. All right, pop it out again and put it away. Put the lid on properly and put the auto blade back in, the black auto blade. Okay, now we're going to choose cut and start. And I'll speed this up a little bit. Hopefully I've managed to align them properly on these little bits of scrap. You can see I've put tape here because my piece of card was a bit bigger than the mat, the sticky part of the mat, just to make sure. As long as you don't lose any pieces into the machine, it'll be good. This is a very easy card. It's just really a square 5x5 card. Oh, and I've just missed a little tiny bit. I should have just moved it up a smidge. Should have zoomed in that extra bit. Never mind. It'll be just fine. A hair's whisker has come off that. There we go. And the happy birthday's come out really nice. I like that. I'm going to pop that so it's raised a little bit, but look at that writing. That is perfect. I love it. How cool is that? So that is a single line font, Industrial. It's a nice clear font. All right, we'll get the card off and I'll come back in a moment and we'll put this together. See you in a sec. Okay, so here we are with the base card, the layers. Now I still haven't cut that other layer out, but we'll pop that on later. That's okay. It might look fine without it. So organise your layers so that they're in the layer position that you want and they're easy enough to manage. Now I am going to, I'm not quite sure what colour yet. Oh, I might try this lighter one. I'm going to use one of these finger puffs. I don't know, I have no idea what they're called. That's what I call them, finger puffs. I'll find them and put a link in the description. I don't know what they're called. I think they are something finger, because they go on your finger, so they'll be called finger something, hey. Finger daubs, I think they might be called. And we'll see what this colour looks like. We can always put a bit of the darker one as well. Just got a bit of scrap at the back of it. So that's actually what we cut the one out. With some more scrap of it, but it's bent. This bit's bent. I haven't looked after it very well. I save all my scrap. We'll see what this turns out like. Just give it a bit of colour because otherwise it's white on white and it's not as good. And I would say I'm not an expert in this, so there's probably plenty of people out there that are more expert that can give you better tips on using these stamps. I know the Tim Holtz stamps are really good. I don't have them, but they are really a nice stamp. I'm going to have a little go with this as well. Same thing, I just, because it's the two blues, otherwise I would get a new one. I have a box of them that I just keep, and I've got some loose ones as well, but these ones came in a nice box, and then I just use a different one for each colour. Not sure, you might be able to wash them too, I haven't. I'm just going to put a bit of darker around the edge as well, just to splush it around a bit. Oop, that was a bit of a spludgy woodgy. So look, lift that. I might put a little bit more on that tip. Oh, what do you think? Not too bad, because it's going on here. I think it'll be all right. I think that will do. Sometimes doing less is better. Otherwise you muck it up. I do anyway. There's plenty of things I muck up. That's okay. I'll get that scrap bit of paper out the way, get all those bits out the way. I want to place these first because then I'll just pop that there so I've got a rough idea how big it is. Using the art glitter glue, you could use Barely glitter glue, or I also like the Tombow glue. And I'm not going to layer this one, I'm going to put this one directly on the card. Oh, and I've got a blue finger now too. God. Don't put too much glue on, and this one dries fairly quick in place. You can use a pair of tweezers if you need to help you. Sometimes I find they're helpful, sometimes I find they're not. I'll just go down. Sorry, I've got a bit of shadow on this, I've just noticed. Place that so it sits nicely in the middle and is straight, best you can. I'm not a straight person. That looks good. And I am going to use some of these for the next layer. So both of these should be identical, so it won't matter which way around you pop them. I might get a new one. These are just square foam pieces. I reckon we just need 2. It should do it. And pull that off. Sometimes you can pull it off easier with the tongs or a weeding tool. But nails will do it. I did a card years ago and I had layer upon layer upon layer, and it was too layered, too much. Sometimes less is more. So I've learnt that lesson, which is why I've started with a flat layer and not a resin layer. But I think I'll do 2 layers. So I think I'll do this one as well as a layer. And then when I cut out the other piece, which I've forgotten to do now, so we'll go and do that in a minute. When I cut that other layer, I'm just going to glue that on. I'm not going to use the foam tape. The other thing that happens with the foam tape is sometimes they lose their sticky over time, which is a bit annoying. You can just pop a bit of glue on them and stick them back on, but it's just a bit annoying, isn't it? There we go. Put that in so it's in the centre. I could almost do without that last layer, couldn't I? Looks pretty good, that just the 3 layers. I'll go and cut it and just see. All right, here we go. We're nearly there. That's not bad. And you can barely notice that I've missed the piece there. It's a bit of an annoyance. Not critical. And we'll pop the happy birthday there as well. I'm going to use the risers for that too, the foam tape for that too. Might put 3 along here because it's a long strip. So we will make that central and centre and pop it down. There we go. And there's our birthday card. It's pretty easy, wasn't it? You can write in this one. You could write first up, or you could put a extra piece on there. And there it is. All right, I'll take a picture if I put the extra piece on. I'll go and cut that in a minute. Easy, easy, easy card. And it's in the resource library. Catch you next time.